I just picked a song out of my liked songs on Spotify.
Wow.
Wow.
Spotify.
Was, baby.
Look,
Ballin. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
who, me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, you just reminded me I have to open up my Spotify because I need it.
Oh yeah, you gotta get that ready.
Mm.
What are we doing here tonight? I forget.
I think we're gonna do a little show called Spitballin.
Oh, it's Spitball number 29.
Wow.
29. Wow, that's my age, everybody.
Wow.
Linda, you just turned 29. That's right.
I just turned 29.
Today?
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday.
Oh, well, happy
Thank
birthday.
you. Thank you so much.
Birthday, Linda.
I thought you guys were gonna do something special for me today.
Oh,
Well, we're doing this show.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is for you.
Tony, what kind of
Oh, is
It's
this my
the Linda
show?
birthday. This is the Linda
hi, it's birthday
show.
show.
There's gonna be a lot of
Thank
people
you.
stopping by throughout the show.
Thank you guys. I feel so special.
But I think 30 is gonna be the really big one for you.
Ugh. I know it's gonna happen in 30. I know it.
Dirty 30.
Oh, am I supposed to be dirty when I turn 30?
dirty,
Yes.
dirty 30?
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
became a slob when I turned 30.
Oh, that kind of dirty. That's not the dirty I was thinking.
Oh, yeah. I'm rarely thinking of that other kind of dirty. I think literal dirt.
Big
So,
pack.
does that just mean like you'd eat smoothies and they'd kind of like come out of your mouth while you're eating them and stuff?
Like a
That's why I had
skeleton
to
in
have
one of those
short hair
Pirates
so I can wash
movies?
it all out. Can you imagine if I'm in my 40s now, so I'm no longer in my dirty 30s.
Hmm.
Now
Okay.
I'm in my
Horny 40?
40.
Flirty 40s. I like flirty 40s.
I like horny 40s.
Horny 40s.
I was horny. I woke up horny this morning.
Oh, you did?
How
Really
horny
good.
did you wake up?
I was ready for sex this morning.
That's really horny.
I was
That's
horny.
super
Woo!
horny. Wow.
You guys have days like
Wow.
that where you just wake up horny?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
Does
yeah,
that mean you go to sleep
other
horny?
times of the day, it's usually at nighttime for me. In the morning, I'm like, remember, you guys, in the morning, I'm like, oh, I'm alive.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You're celebrating when you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people could celebrate with having sex, and that's a wonderful way. It's just, however, I am just like celebrating that I'm alive.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what having sex is too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not if
It's
you're raised
one of the
Catholic.
ways
It's
we can feel
shameful.
most alive.
Shameful, Tony?
Yeah, it's shameful and dirty, and it's like something you shouldn't do. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's at least what the Catholic Church taught me up to age 9. Yeah.
But they really want people to have up to 9, yeah. Don't they really want people to have more kids so they can be a part of that business?
Mm-hmm. They
It's
did.
true, but that has to be, with matrimony and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Jared, what did you grow up? Did you grow up with a religion?
Unfortunately, I did. What was it? Just like Protestant. We were in Christian Reformed, and my dad, when my parents divorced, I started going to a Baptist church with my dad because they had a youth annex that had a drum set in it. So very clearly it was like, I'm going to start going to this church more
Yeah.
so I can play the drums.
Yeah, they didn't have drums at Catholics at any of the masses I went to.
I believe it.
I play drums in my Catholic church's church choir.
You did?
And when I say drums, I mean a drum pad with a stick.
I could see like Catholic churches having like a big timpani or something. Like a real big, like bass drum or a timpani. I feel like they could do that.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes,
It would be very dramatic.
I could see like a
Creed
big
and all
drum that if you're bad, you go into it and they strike it and you you
Yeah.
are hurt and you pass out for a week and then you can't remember things. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds very Catholic.
Yeah.
Linda, you went to like a new wave Catholic church. It sounds like.
I went to a New Wave Catholic church.
Like 80s new wave?
80s New Wave.
She
Look
played
at
a
me.
drum pad. Was there like a
I played a drum
synthesizer
pad.
thing?
I had a real skinny
That 80s
tie on.
What'd you say, Kraz?
It looks like she's straight out of that 80s Catholic church.
I came right from the 80s Catholic church to Spitballin.
What a great title. Just like, hey, you want to see this new movie? It's called 80s Catholic Church. I'll watch that.
I'm gonna play the drum pad in it, and you guys, you're gonna fucking love it.
Hey, get this. Okay, you remember the band Joy Division?
Yeah, of course.
Speaking of the 80s, and the guy Ian Curtis, he was the singer. He killed himself right before Joy Division was supposed to go on tour, which they didn't keep the name of Joy Division. It actually turned into New Order. If you guys know the band New Order, same dude without the lead singer. But I don't know this sorry, this is making me think of this real quick, but they got the name Joy Division from a book from the 50s about like a sexual slavery part of a concentration camp called the Joy Division.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
That's as dark as it gets. Holy cow.
No thanks. Stop
I used
listening
to-
to him. No.
I had a friend named Joe Partica who was really into that band, and he I forget what it was. There was some movie that Ian Curtis watched right before he hanged
Over
himself.
and over, right? Or something
Oh
like that.
shit.
Yeah, and he would watch that movie. I'd be
Oh.
like, Joe, man.
I mean,
listen to,
he was like
Beach Boys.
epileptic and also depressed.
Turns
He
out.
had, like,
Yeah, I heard he was really difficult to be around too.
Oh.
A lot of people say like, glad he's gone. Kind of a drag.
I'll correct. Oh.
Anywho, 80s Catholic Church.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking for how we can do our check-in. This is a new way I thought to do it. It'll be a 2-line couplet for each person. And Kraz, would you give the first line of the couplet, and then we have to give a rhyming second line about how we're doing? Okay. So, Kraz, how's Jared doing?
Jared is joyful and looks like a brown jelly bean.
Jared, would you complete that couplet?
I'm a real boyful, and I'm trying never to be mean.
Boyful, that's great.
That was great. Kraz, how's Linda doing?
Linda has been praying night and day.
Just to keep the paparazzi away.
Oh, was I supposed to finish that one?
No, you did it. Linda was supposed to finish it.
But then Jared
I did finish it.
All right. Kraz, how's Tony doing?
Tony has been swimming in mustard for 3 days straight because of the walls.
It's true. I got busted for being so great because of my shawls.
Hey, Kraz, how am I doing?
Busted.
Mikey has been burrowing in the snow.
And that's because I have a seasonal glow.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sounds like we're all terrific.
Yeah,
Everybody's
wow.
doing great. Okay. Well, this is Spitballin 29. Here we go.
Sponsored by VH1.
Going first tonight?
Who's going first?
Jared?
I
Larson?
can go first.
Great.
That's my man. Okay. Well, let me do a quick check-in in the chat.
Yeah, how many people
Yeah.
are? What are the
We're at,
people saying?
okay, we've got let me just refresh it. Okay, 867,000. How much is that?
What?
7
86,000.
7 0 0 0.
867,000. That's how many.
Oh,
Oh,
867.
867,000.
Oh, not bad. Yeah.
That's nearly a million.
And then we've got some action in the chat from Barb Wenzel. Says Church of the Poison Mind.
That's right.
Okay.
They
That's the
opened up for
80s Catholic Church.
Joy
Oh,
Division.
really? Fucking A. Okay, cool. Well, here we go. This is football number 29. God bless us and rock and roll.
Kraz, I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Come on camera too if you want to. If
Oh,
you're feeling
course.
like it. What church were you raised religiously or in a church or anything?
I was raised Jewish, and so I was raised going to temple. My dad was Jewish. My mother was not, but they said that she converted. I'll believe it, but like I have 3 siblings, and they all converted themselves when they got older.
Oh, interesting.
And I am the only one that hasn't.
Oh.
So, I mean, technically, you're Jewish if your mother is Jewish.
Right.
So, I mean, I always called myself Jewish, and I identified as Jewish very heavily growing up, but now not so much.
Huh. Did you like going to temple? Was it fun, or was it kind of restrictive, or what's your experience of it when you were younger?
I actually really loved it. I went to a private Jewish school from like preschool to 5th grade, and I was down. I really liked the rabbi's lectures. We would go into the synagogue like Mondays and Fridays. The principal would talk, and then the rabbi would say something. I was down with all of it. I had great friends. It wasn't that great of an education though. Like by the time I got to public school, I was really fucked up.
Oh, you're like really behind.
I was behind, especially in math. But who knows? Maybe I would have been that way anyway. I don't know. But I really liked it, and I still like a lot of the traditions. But it's I'm not down. Gosh, it's so hard because I have a sibling. I have 2 siblings that are Orthodox, and one that's
wow.
not.
So they're really intense, or there's a lot of rules, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's like if you even try to dip your toe in the water of being a little Jewish or saying, "Oh, I like this part," it's like it makes it some sort of statement to them or something.
Yeah, well, I kind of felt that way. I was like, well, I can't even be like Reformed Jewish because they're not gonna they don't consider me Jewish at all.
Yeah.
Even though like that's how I was raised, but I mean, I can't. When anybody asks me now, I say, well, I was raised Jewish, but I don't really subscribe to any religion now.
Yeah. That's so interesting, but like, I mean, I guess I let that happen to me too. Like, an experience you have with religion or the way you relate to it with people in your family or life, defines like how you feel about it. When
Yeah.
like, in some other sense, it should be like, well, it's kind of this personal thing, or like I should be able to define it myself. But it's like when you're surrounded by people that are like very fundamentalist or kind of intense about it, it's like, well, if they're gonna be weird if I'm a little religious, then I guess I can't be religious at all. That's funny.
I know. Well, my sister and my brother were always like, here, how about, I mean, there's a thing that you can do. And I can't remember. It's something about Abraham. It's like the laws of Abraham or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you want to do that, then that's fine.
Oh my gosh.
I hope they never see this. But
Yeah, Mike, did these get
it's
archived?
huh?
Yeah.
These
Yes.
aren't archived, right? They're just sort of
Yes.
like live.
Yes.
They are?
Eternal.
Oh, yeah, they're always available on YouTube.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it true? Really?
Yeah.
It is horrific.
I usually watch the show every week.
You rewatch it to see how you did?
I
Like,
rewatch it to see
come on
how I
camera.
did.
Who is this?
Yes. It's Linda.
oh, who's that voice? Come on.
Oh,
You
I-
rewatch it every week?
I watch it. Yeah. Not every week, but I watch it often. It's really good, you guys. It's a good show.
Yeah. How'd we do last week or last time?
Yeah. Last time was a blast.
That was a good one last time.
It was. How do you think I caught Mike yawning after Tony said my bit?
Oh, I thought you just real sharp. That's so interesting. Huh.
I caught that. Like, that was like the most noticeable thing about the show.
Oh man, I was in a when I was in classes at IO, I had TJ for level 4,
Mhm.
and it was like an early class. It was like I think Saturday morning or Friday morning or something. And like he had been teaching for a while, so everybody like flipped their lids trying to get into the class. And
Right.
it was a fun class. I think the group just didn't jibe well together. But there was one day where TJ was like, somebody yawned a lot during class, and he was like, "Hey, I'm just really trying to teach, and this when I see people yawning, it really bums me out. It really brings my energy down that they're not enjoying the class." And it probably was me, but I don't know. I was like, 'cause I yawn a lot, like it happens. And like after he said that thing, like later in the class, he's like, like 12 people came up to me and apologized for yawning, and none of them were the person that yawned.
It's so
Maybe it
bad.
was me. I don't know. But I thought that was the strangest. I mean, I get it. If you're feeling like
Right.
self-conscious, what you got, Kraz?
I was just gonna say, I feel so bad. When I was in New York, I went to the New Actors Workshop. It was like this really intense 2-year program. And I fell asleep, straight up fell asleep, not even in a chair. We were all sitting on the floor. There's like 15 of us, 15 of us in a room with the voice coach. And we're supposed to be like learning Shakespeare and learning how to prepare, how to do Shakespeare. And I fell asleep, and like she was like, "You're really shutting down. Like this is
Oh,
it was more than just me being tired." She was like, "You're going somewhere else."
Oh,
Anyway, I was really embarrassed.
Oh my God. So embarrassing.
I'm thinking about like acting as a religion.
Right.
Like the amount of devotion that like theater or whatever demands from people. It's just so close to it. Close to it,
Yeah, it is.
Um,
And there was a time when I did tell myself, like, I was like, it doesn't matter how much it costs. It's okay to put this on your credit card because it's going towards your art.
I mean,
I
it's
told
tough.
myself that like
For how
many
long?
times.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And then luckily my mom paid off my credit card.
That helps. I mean, isn't that what you're doing? Isn't that what debt is? You're borrowing money from your future self or your parents to do something in the past. That's what debt is, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes your future self
You're right.
gets real lazy.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Did anybody else go to acting school? I'm always really jealous of people that went to acting school. That seems like a real dream.
I did not.
no.
Mike didn't. Tony, no?
I did improv, and then when I got a commercial agent, I took 2 acting classes for like on-camera auditions, and then a scene study class, and that was about it.
Those were in Chicago, yeah?
Yeah. Jack Bronis was my teacher, and for the scene study, and Rachel, I forget her last name, but I liked her a lot. Rachel for the commercial
Did
one.
you like the classes? And they were cool people, or was it just not your thing? Or
Acting was not my thing. I came from that David Letterman school of I don't sing, I don't act, I don't like to be near anyone who does. and I never considered myself an actor.
And then you went into it.
I went into improv. I went into comedy.
Yeah,
I didn't get. I never had any desire, nor do I still have any desire to be a character on Different Strokes or whatever. You know, I wanted to be like David Letterman. That was what I wanted, that format, which required no acting, or if it was acting, it was shitty acting.
Yeah, bad acting.
Yeah.
Mike told me to come in and talk about theater training.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes, please do.
sweet.
What's the context?
Well, let's see. Oh, what we're talking about what religions we were raised in, and then Rebecca was saying how she went to a
Oh my
school in New
gosh.
York for a second, and she fell asleep during this like voice acting thing, and it was like, oh my God, here's an actor right behind you, the most natural actor ever.
I know. She's raw.
Well, that's what they say. Don't work with animals or children because they'll upstage you because they're so present.
It's really true. She's just like, what's going on?
Oh
right?
my goodness, her hair is getting longer. She's looking like an actual little girl and like less
I
baby.
know. I know. She's a total performer tonight too.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that kid.
Oh my gosh.
I quit acting school, I guess, for yes-anding to that conversation. Because I just became disenchanted a little bit with it. But oh my God. Upstage.
Pretty much.
Are you a crazy gorilla?
Upstaged.
She's crazy gorilla. But anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Cool. Wait, Tony, I love that idea, or anyone who wants to come in, that the like idea of like I want to do comedy and it's this like punk rock version of it where there's no like good acting or singing, and then it's like, well, the whole like improv scene is full of, you know, it's full of like musical theater people, it's full of people that are like, I'm the funny guy at work, and it's just there's all these different kind of places to come at it, and I think that's one of the wonderful things about it. And yeah, sure, you find your people that are like, I also like David Letterman,
Right.
I mean, it's just such a funny, that journey. Did you have that same experience of like, who the hell are these people? I'm like, okay, maybe some of them are funny too or something.
I started at Annoyance, so I felt pretty at home with the characters there, and I gravitated toward a few people right away, and we started a sketch group. We wanted to start doing sketches. We like Mr. Show was on at the time, so we were like all about like that, and wanting to do that. Yeah. So, and even what is ironic though is that we do find that like a lot of comedic actors can really take turns as actors. You know, your Bill Murrays and like even what's his name in Barry.
Bill Hader
and
So good.
Lots of other people that I can't think of right now. But
no, you're right. I worked on this film one summer. Like my professor in Pittsburgh brought me on. Like I was an electric on this movie, and we like spent a whole month doing it. And a couple other my friends that I knew from school did it. And there was one actor in it who was like, to me, the most hilarious guy ever. And he just was incredibly deadpan all the time. And like my friend who had gone to college with him was like, oh, the thing about Rich is like, you can never tell if he's joking or if he's not joking. And he's like, his deadpan goes so far to like for the joke or for the bit that at some point it's just good dramatic acting. And I thought it was kind of like, really, I was like, oh, that's the thing. Like if you just keep selling the joke, you're just a good actor at some point.
Yeah, and I would argue that like T.J. Jagodowski is a great actor, and Peter Gross, and all these people, and Pasquazi, obviously, you know, like and Susan, like people other than men. But those are the people who are coming to me right now.
People thought Liz Allen was really funny.
She is.
Yeah, she is. She still is. She hasn't passed on to musical theater yet, I don't think, right?
Right. Someone should do that. Someone should do you know, Blue Velveeta, the Broadway musical or something. Like
Yeah.
Alanis Morissette, whatever, Jagged Little Pill, we do whatever.
Yeah, you just this thing that happened a while ago that some people saw, or I mean, Jagged Little Pill, a lot of people bought that record. I mean,
Millions.
Glenn and Alanis really just like,
Mm.
Glenn
Who's
Ballard.
Glenn?
Glenn Ballard, the producer who also
Oh.
wrote some of the songs. I wish I did that more. Like there's some other dude who wrote with the artist, and you're like, oh yeah, Rufus and Shania Twain. And you're like, who's Rufus?
I thought you meant Danzig or something. I'm like, I don't know if those two really hit it off.
I mean, what's your dream collaboration other than Glenn Danzig and Alanis Morissette?
Boy, that's a great question. I guess it would probably be, like Steve Malkmus and Ringo Starr.
Ooh, that's really fun. You got a dream collaboration you want to see, Linda?
Yes. I want to see Nirvana and ABBA.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
Now, what would you call that?
Fun.
Nirvana.
Nirvana. That's great. It just works. Yeah. I was also going to say Stephen Malkmus.
Is that right?
Tony. Yeah, because I don't know. There's something about him that is his thing that is really entertaining. But I think I would love to see him do a collaboration album with Steve West, Mark Eibold, Scott Canberg, and
Scott
Bob
Canberg.
Nastanjevich. I think
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be great if they did a collaboration album.
You know, he lives. Bob Nastanovich. These are the guys in Pavement. Bob Nastanovich lives in Des Moines, I think.
I thought he lived in Louisville.
He did, but he's in Des Moines now.
Oh.
Like I have a buddy that like knows him, and like, yeah, I think he still runs Broker's Tip Records and all that up there.
Yeah, he does. I follow that on Instagram or something. He's such a fascinating guy. My friend's theory was that when Pavement did their second set of reunions, it was so that because Bob needed money or something. And I was like, I can get behind that.
Well, yeah, I mean, he got really into the horse track thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, oh man, who knows?
Yeah.
And I think I heard Terror Twilight is getting a redux finally.
I know some people hate that album, but like that's the first kind of one I ever heard, and I really love it. I don't know what your feelings are on it. It's probably a later album for you.
Yeah. I remember seeing Watery Domestic at a record store in Iowa City when it came out in '92, and I really loved the album cover, but I didn't buy it because I just didn't know. I didn't know what the hell it was.
Yeah.
Then I got into Crooked Rain, and I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
this record is amazing, etc. I like Terror Twilight. I saw that tour. I saw probably 3 shows on that tour.
Oh,
Like I flew to Seattle to watch
Oh.
them play at Bumbershoot.
that's great.
Yeah, and they were doing Folk Jam, and he went into LA Woman by the Doors. This is fascinating, I'll bet.
No, I mean, yeah, for you and me.
I love it.
My one last thing. Maybe this is fun for Kraz, but other people know who Irene Marquette is too.
Yeah,
Joe
what?
Joe Phillips was in town, and he made Irene Marquette sing "LA Woman" at karaoke, and she'd never heard the song before.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's like, I don't know this, and Joe's like, yeah, it'll be fine, it'll be great. And there's these
mumble.
long moments where it's sort of like, whoo, or like what, and so she just
Right.
she went for it. It was very entertaining.
I wish I could have been there.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
that's so
too.
fun.
I think that will end my time because I've been chatting for probably 3 hours now, and I'm having a great time. But I think other people deserve to make art too. So that's
Thanks, Jared.
thank you, everybody.
You guys, that's my song for the show. I
No
just
way,
think
really?
well, I think based on what's happened, and like that's my favorite New Order song.
Mhm.
Yeah, that song's so good.
It is a
Oh,
Monday as
so
well.
good. And it makes me think of what's that other song? But we used it for a show between myself, and Kevin Rosario.
Whoa.
You remember? I don't know
Of
if you
course.
remember that show that I did with Kevin, but we used another one of these songs, and it just made me think of that. That was a fun time.
We drove by Kevin's apartment the other day.
Oh, right on. He got married. I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, I know.
Kevin, I know you're watching. We are so happy.
Totally watching.
Well, I'll keep my eye on the chat, Kraz, and I'll let you know what Kevin said.
Yeah. It's great.
Deal.
Well, Jared, that was wonderful as always. I love
That
your
was great.
contributions to the show.
I'm really glad I heard that thing about folk jam and LA Woman. I don't think it was boring. I was really
LA
excited to hear that.
woman.
If you want to hear it, I bootlegged it. I actually bootlegged the concert on a crappy handheld cassette recorder, so the quality is like C-, but
Why didn't you just use your iPhone?
exactly, it was the 90s, man.
90s. Just try it.
All right, well, we'll keep the train rolling. Next up, we've got Linda and Tony.
Oh my
Linda Lindor.
Just me, everybody. Oh boy. I like your drumming.
Oh, thanks.
It's very good.
I miss it. I want to get one of those setups that Jared has.
Yeah. Do you think you could borrow mics while you're in town?
Oh, that's a good question. I need to see my friend Mike McGinley.
Mm-hmm.
He probably uses it. You know what I mean?
Right, but doesn't he have a couple snares?
Oh, like real drums. I don't know if I could get away with playing real drums at this. I'd be upsetting the everybody.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Hey, I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Thank you.
And we promised a lot of special guests that were going to pop by and wish you a happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I have something very special for you.
Okay.
What number was he? The 42nd president of the United States, ladies and gentlemen,
That's it.
William Rehnholst Clinton.
Linda, I'm so proud of you.
What did you say?
What was that, Bill?
Bill, what did you say?
Reynolds.
I forget. I don't know what his middle name is. Where'd he
It's
go? You're muted.
Jefferson. It's
Bill
Jefferson.
Clinton. Bill Clinton, you're muted.
I'm sorry. Linda, I'm a huge fan. 29 is a huge year. Huge year. And I know you're going to make it great for this country.
Thank
and
you.
maybe someday we'll pass health care.
Oh my God, that would be so great. That would be so great.
You know,
I
I'm
don't
vegan
want to.
now, Linda.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's great.
My health got so bad they made me automatic vegan, sort of like all-time goalie. You remember that from middle school? All-time goalie.
Oh, I do remember that. That's when the person had to be the goalie all the time.
Right, and I'm the goalie, but I can't have things that aren't vegan in me.
Oh, so it sounds like it's a lot of nuts and berries. Huh?
She's still got it, folks. All right, I'm out. I got to go talk to preschoolers about knowing drugs and which is the good. You get it. Linda, happy birthday. Happy 29.
Thank you. Thank you. God, you got so flustered when I brought up
Wow.
nuts and berries.
Well, we're all getting older except you. So,
That's true.
I'm glad he could stop by, and
Thank you
that
for
only
that
cost me
gift.
like $75,000. So I just
Oh
wanted
my God.
Yeah. So
You should have
Happy
gotten me like a car or something.
Well, speaking of cars, I have another special guest that wants to say happy birthday.
Oh my God. Is it
from the
Rick
hit
Ocasek?
show Knight Rider. It's Kit, the talking car.
Hello, Linda. It's me,
Dun,
William
dun,
Daniels. Perhaps
dun.
you know me. Oh, whoops.
Done. 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 Done.
Kit,
Dun,
you have your stereo on.
dun, 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 dun.
You know what KIT stands
Oh,
for?
I have
do.
no idea. Car
Night.
in trouble?
No, there's two T's. Night Industries 2000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Knight Rider trivia. for you.
Was that back when 1000 was in the shape of a T instead of a K?
Yes, yeah. This is in the
Okay.
80s before we
Mhm.
changed things around.
Right, before we changed them around.
True story. When I did work radio in the mid 90s in Coachella, California, I used to have a regular comedy bit I would do that featured KIT the Talking Car, where I would pre-record myself pitched up high, and that was KIT the Talking Car, and I'd have these conversations with myself on a reel-to-reel player timed out, you know, so that I would say my line live on the air, and KIT would keep going. And
Michael, I'm picking up something quite strange.
and he'd always tell me to say things like "bite me" and to piss off, and then he would drive away with it. You know, his car always sounded like it needed work. Anyway,
This sounds awfully dangerous.
see, happy 29th from KIT the Talking Car.
Oh my God.
they're all
Thank
here,
you
all the
so
stars.
much.
It's-
I suggest you keep your ample derriere off my hood.
Oh boy. Oh,
ample
boy.
derriere. Well,
Ample.
KIT, it's it's her birthday. Please be nice.
Good idea.
Yeah. Although a lot of people like an ample derriere, you know. Just saying.
It appears to be a large... My goodness. Large isn't the word. It's enormous.
Oh my God.
Well, all right.
Sounds like he's right behind me.
Yeah, be careful. He might be in your closet.
He
KIT the
was
Talking Car might be trapped in the closet.
trapped in the closet. Minding my derriere. I all this acting talk, I find no possible way that I can get into character anymore tonight, Tony.
Let's face it, Iris is kind of a version of you, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, she's a version of me. Okay.
She's a version. So we're going to do another piece from what we're calling Iris Cutter. Is that right?
Yeah, well, that's the working title, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should call it Iris Cutter. So it sounds like somebody who cuts irises, like somebody's walking around cutting flowers.
Uh-huh. So what's the difference between how I said it and you said it? Like, is there a...
There's just a very slight nuanced variation,
Got
but
it.
people know the difference when they hear it. They know it's like one is Iris Cutter. That's the person, obviously. And then one's like an iris cutter.
Someone who chops flowers.
Hmm. A dream
Got it.
killer, an
Dream-
iris cutter.
Oh, got it. Maybe there's a hyphen for that or something.
It's a working title. We don't know.
It's true.
Okay.
But we like Iris. I like Iris. And I will be playing the role of her work. Are they friends or are they friends yet? Or are they just, she kind of tolerates him, right?
Well, I think they're friends. I just don't think that she knows how to treat friends.
Okay.
You
Great.
know?
Great. So they're friends. They're friends at work, though. They don't hang out outside of the workplace at this writing. Yet.
I think they talk on the phones, maybe. I don't know. They're just not brave enough to hang out in person yet.
Well, one of them's not brave enough.
Right.
So this is something
Okay.
you whipped this up today, and this is just number 3.
Yeah. And will you read the stage directions too?
Yes, I can do
Thank
that.
you.
All right, shall we do it?
Yeah.
All right. Linda Orr presents Iris Cutter 3. Interior production office day. Slender-fingered Eric just walked in through the office door and has decided to stop and chat with Iris amid the hustle and bustle. Wow, it's really busy in here.
Well, they're shooting tomorrow, so everyone's trying to get their last minute errands done. It never ceases to amaze me how many people wait until the last minute.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how things go around here, you know? Is this your first time working at a production company, right?
Yeah.
Well, how'd you get this job?
Ugh, through my no talent mother.
Oh, wait, who's your mom?
Trust me, you've never heard of her.
I mean, is she in production?
No, she's a no talent actor.
Well, maybe she's been on something I would have worked on.
Definitely not. She's never worked on anything except these terrible little plays of which she insists everyone in the family attend. I absolutely detest anytime I get an invitation from her. I have taken to feigning illness for about 75% of my adult life out of fear that anytime I talk to her, she's going to invite me to another one of her long, boring, drawn out, pointless plays. Ugh.
Wow. I mean, she can't be that bad.
No, she's awful. If you gave her 5 things to get at the grocery store, she couldn't even remember those 5 things, much less memorize a line.
Iris and Eric's conversation gets interrupted by a casually dressed production assistant who asks Iris if she would be able to make copies of tomorrow's sides. Iris politely smiles and shakes her head no.
I'm sorry, I don't have time for that today.
The production assistant walks away, annoyed.
The only thing that she's ever gotten right in her life is naming me Iris Elizabeth. Having a double voweled name is bold yet feminine, which is exactly the kind of name that you should want to have if you want to be taken seriously in business. In fact, that's probably why people keep coming up to me and asking me if I can do things for them. This is like the 4th time today that people really have to stop asking, you know?
Well, are you busy? I mean, do you need help with anything?
That's not the point. I understand that I'm a valuable asset to any team, but making copies today becomes running meetings tomorrow, and I can't be giving away all my valuable business acumen without a raise. If people want me to be doing the job of a supervisor, then they need to pay me like a supervisor.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, did you see how they're dressed? That woman was dressed
Casually.
Right. And I'm not going to make copies for somebody who doesn't look as good as I.
Well, what are you up to tonight?
Well, tonight I'm going to be starting my new workout regimen.
Oh, I work out sometimes.
All great entrepreneurs have to be all great entrepreneurs have to be in ideal physical shape because they have to jet set on a moment's notice.
Yeah.
I have selected just the right outfit. I bought a black workout top and some black spandex shorts. I normally don't approve of others wearing biker shorts, but on me, I think it's okay.
Yeah, I bet you look pretty great in biker shorts.
Well, I do have impeccable style.
Just as Iris finishes her sentence, a direct message pops up on her screen from an unfamiliar number. The text reads, "I see you pretending to be busy." Iris instantly closes her laptop and tells Eric that she needs to speak to him privately in his office. They head down the hallway, and as they're walking away, you can hear Eric saying, "Hey, let me know next time your mother has a play. I'd be happy to accompany you."
Well, I'll let you know if I can squeeze you in. The life of a budding entrepreneur is very busy. I should probably get to work on a draft for my LinkedIn profile.
Eric walks away, and Iris turns to her screen to vlog about her morning.
Mm-hmm. Eric must be more infatuated with me than I previously thought if he's willing to sit through one of my mother's dreadful plays. I would truly rather gouge my eyes out with a dull dagger than to sit through even a minute of the mindless drivel my talentless twit mother calls a play.
From a distance, Eric leans against a vending machine, clutching a fresh bag of Cheez-Its and watching Iris vlog. He pops the bag open and times it to cover up his own wistful sigh. Scene.
Woo!
It's coming together.
Yeah.
If we don't say.
If it wasn't for your misfortune, I'd be a heavenly person today. And I thought I was mistaken, and I thought I heard you speak.
Oh, that was good.
Oh,
Cool.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
jamming.
That was good.
Yay, Linda, Tony. I
Yeah,
mean,
so was
Linda.
that. Yeah.
thank
Right,
Yeah,
you.
that was awesome, you guys.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny when Slim Fingered, what's his name?
Slender fingered Eric.
Slender Fingered Eric said that he works out too, and Iris ignored him and continued on with us talking about entrepreneurs. I thought that was very funny.
Iris is funny, man.
Yeah, Iris is funny. All right. Fucking A, man. Well, so Thomas is gone and Tim is gone tonight too.
No.
So I was gonna improvise with Meg, but Meg's getting Nina to bed. We were gonna go in this slot and have Kraz close, but
Oh.
maybe Kraz, are you okay going now? And then if Meg's awake, I'll improvise with Meg.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Alrighty, and here we go. It's Rebecca Krasny. Spitballin.
Now, how should I feel? Now I stand here waiting.
How does it feel to treat me like you do? How does it feel to have eggs so cold? Bam. And I thought I was mistaken. I know I served your bacon. Hey, don't come back. There are a billion others here. How does it feel to be an electric eel? Do you not get electrocuted because there are others like you who are muted? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Kinda. What's this? Am I just a new power here? I'm feeling more free and alive, and I mean, I was gonna say light, but you know that's not it. How does it feel to be a girl in a skirt and be felt up on the subway and you turn around and you're hurt? Yeah. Yeah, motherfucker, that was me. That was me when I was just a young girl in New York. Riding the subway, a packed subway, and somebody put their hand up my dumb dress that I just bought. I'm pretty sure it was when I was a junior or senior in high school. And I bought this one dress from Urban Outfitters. I was like, there was no Urban Outfitters in Vegas. So when I was in New York and saw that store, I was like, oh, years later, now my daughter likes that store. Dude. I bought this dress. It was like patchwork dress. I was there in the fucking summer. It was humid as hell. This thing was so heavy. I was basically wearing a sweater dress that went just like above my knee. And some fucking hand went right up there. He tore, oh gosh. I've been meaning to say they because they could. I don't want to assume it's a guy, but I swear it's a guy. No, I don't know. I don't know. I can't know for sure because I turned around, like, you know, I'm seeing everybody. I see guys, I see women. No, it's all mostly guys. And I didn't know who it was. Either the fellas by me had great poker faces, or the one who felt me up went, you know, just took off. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. These are juicy. These are droopy. These are mushy. These are, oh no, I think she just took a crap in my hand. I wish I took a crap right on that person's hand. Right there on the and my body would just know and have that reaction. Just like something's happening, and you know, you set off a system to shit yourself when somebody's hands are inappropriate. So I would shit right on their hand. If I had that power, I'd shit right on their hand.
It's like a good invention.
Right? Yes. Can we get that installed in people?
Right.
I see a ship in the harbor. It's coming toward me. I hope my little World War II soldier is on there thinking of me. Oh, I can't wait to see him. I know he's gonna dip and kiss me, and we'll have lots of pictures, and then we'll have lots of kids. Yeah, we played that. My new order. Mikey, can you play that? Or I'll play it.
Oh yeah, you want me to play New Order?
Yes, please.
Okay, just a
Since
second.
you were like, it had started that way, I was like, okay, I'll just leave it like that. But I didn't tell you about it. I didn't talk. I didn't communicate.
Well, I walk down to the beach. Tell me, how does it feel when your heart rolls, rolls, rolls?
To be an aerobics teacher for a little while. I honestly cannot talk while I'm moving so much. I mean, I know that I could probably build up the endurance and over time it would get easier, but I mean, I would love to teach a step class to that fucking song. I mean, put it on repeat. We'll do it for 59 minutes and cool down and cool down for 1 minute. Who's down? Who's down? If I choreographed a not 59 minutes, but just like this song itself is 7 minutes and 29 seconds, who would do a step routine choreographed by me to New Order for the song? Raise your hands.
Definitely.
I would.
Definitely.
I would. I'm gonna raise my hand right now.
You could do it on a step like out, like on your porch, or if you actually have a fitness step, of course that. I owned a step for a little over a year, but before that, like my very first step was when I was like 14 or 15. I ordered it. It was something off, an infomercial, and it came with the video. And I had a little 13-inch TV with the VCR attached to it, VCR player underneath it. And so I was doing step like on my carpet, and it wasn't very stable. I don't know how I didn't break like my ankles, but I was stepping, and I love that shit. So if you can imagine me, like sometimes I think I would like to be like, just that, like just teach aerobics. But I mean, I can do that and also act. I really do just want to act. When you guys were talking about it earlier, like, about actors or people who really have no interest in acting, I really do have an interest in acting, and that's the truth. And I haven't really told myself that in a really long time. I really, really put it aside, but I really do love to do this.
Woo!
And I would love to pretend and, read out some lines and play around and do all that. That sounds great to me. Woo! Whoa. Wow. Who's winning the vulnerability crown tonight?
Yeah.
How do I feel? I feel like my heart went splat. I danced for a long time that time, but I was having fun. My lips feel dry. My skin feels smooth in some parts and bumpy in others. I'm thirsty. I did dancing and I meant to go get something to drink from the refrigerator because I'm in a garage, guys. Crowd spazzes. Have I shown you the garage? I know I've shown you lots of times. You guys so dedicated to watching. Um, 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 um. I hope you know how dope you are.
Hmm.
Lovey Ajayi Jones. God damn it, I hope I got that name right. Wrote a book called Professional Troublemaker, and it is giving me a kick in the pants, and I love it. And I think I'm feeling like really good in this show because I'm reading her words. She's really getting through to me. It's hard to get through to me. Nobody can get through to me. I am a wall that needs to be torn down. I am a queen hidden high among the towns. I have subjects called trespassers down below. And they all give me a portion of their money and their lives. They keep me alive. They work to keep me alive. How does it feel to be the queen of a country? I bet it's really cool. You probably own lots of mules. But who does your hair? Oh, no one does your hair. I see it's in shambles. It looks like a rat's nest. Oh. I think that's the show. Blue Monday.
Woo!
I see a ship in the harbor. I can a shallow bay. But if it wasn't for your misfortune, I'd be a heavenly person today. And I thought I was mistaken. And I thought I heard you speak. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me how do I feel?
Woo!
Jared, let's try and play that too.
Oh yeah.
I think we can hear you, Tony.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can't hear me? All right.
You can hear Jared. Yeah.
Well, I learned it. F, C, D minor.
You gotta figure it out so you guys can play it.
Mm-hmm.
Great set,
Yeah.
Kraz.
Yeah, Kraz, that was awesome, buddy. That was like
good.
throwback.
And I didn't mention Matt Berry one time.
Until now.
you idiot!
No,
Makes money.
Now I've lost the bet.
I didn't think it extended forever.
Oh.
Well, actually,
that
I
was
didn't
a
know.
great. That was an awesome set, Crazy.
Thank goodness, because 2 weeks ago was rubbish.
What?
You got abused by your kid.
You did.
No, oh no, I'm sorry. The one before that. So a month ago, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, got it.
I don't know. I mean, even the ones like those are still awesome because
Mhm.
it's like, you know, you still it's like even if you're not in this playful mood, you're still like it's still so cool and beautiful, I think.
Well,
I
thanks,
agree.
Probably
Rob.
less fun. I bet it's less fun to do, but
Yeah, sometimes because sometimes they are less fun. I'd rather like be happy, of course.
I know, but if all art was happy, then what would that be, man? Right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
God, how sweet would that be?
Commercials.
It'd be great.
Yeah, wouldn't that be the best? Everything's lollipops.
Chino's East.
Ah!
You can, Jared, I don't think you know this, but there's a Chino's East like right by us here in LA that opened up like right before lockdown last year, and then I don't know if they stayed open. Do you know, Tony?
Yeah, I had a birthday pizza from there last year
Oh, and how was it?
during pandemic, I think even.
Yeah. I think we had this conversation like 2 months ago.
When
During
Thomas
Spitballin'?
was living in Chino.
Yeah.
Near
But I
Chino's
did
priest.
hear, I did hear that there was a Gino's East opening in LA.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they did it right
Yeah.
by us.
Where is it?
They should call it Gino's West, right?
It's on Riverside and Coldwater Canyon.
Yeah, it's like right by you.
It's right by me, like right down the street. Linda would.
Well, I remember everyone on next door before it opened was like, when is it opening? Because they said it was going to open for like a year. And
Right.
there are all these Chicago expats, like, and then of course it turned into the whole like, well, that's not pizza, that's a soup with, whatever.
A soup, the dog in a bat, and Tony Soprano all put together.
It's tomato soup in a bread bowl. Pizza's got to be one way only. You can't cut it in squares. That's not a pizza. It's got to be round. It's got to be something you can walk down the street with.
Oh my God.
All things have to be one way.
I don't think I've ever seen Tony this
I
upset.
know. He's very mad over somebody. It must have been the conversation on his birthday. It was ruining his birthday.
This really smelly guy
Yeah.
had a big opinion right on Tony, right on his birthday.
I don't even count that. I don't even count that year because of that birthday.
Oh, Mike's screen sharing.
Oh, what's going on here? Wow,
Hello.
this was just like Dungeons. Are you in Second Life?
Okay, so I can't. Meg's still getting Nina to sleep. So I can't do a. I'm not like Kraz. I can't do a.
So
Do you want
our
to
show.
improvise? Do you want to improvise with some of us, or one of us, or two of us?
I did
Or-
think about that. That would be really fun. But I mean, so what I'm showing. This is me and Thomas have been talking. This is a sneak preview. How many? I wonder how many people are still watching. Let me check.
Yeah, check.
998,000.
That's
Wow.
more.
Numbers
They
went
must
up. Thanks,
more-
Kraz.
More jumped on because I was about to go.
100,000 more.
We do have a special notification when Kraz's set is starting, because some of the spazzes have said that they don't care for the rest of the show.
Not that.
A lot of the internet technicians try to make more bandwidth for when the Kraz part comes so that they can get on and the internet can still, sustain medical information so people don't die in hospitals.
So that's
Yeah,
what
it's
a
like
lot
when the
of it
Beatles
is.
did Sullivan,
Yeah.
Yep.
So you might be wondering what this is.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
What is this?
Well, it's reminiscent of Adventure on the Atari 2600. It's like an updated version of.
And
mean-
there's a character named Mike B.
So
Is that you, Mike B?
Is this the future of improv?
I wonder if this is a way for people to do. Well, we'll see what it is. Maybe in 2 weeks we'll see what it is.
What?
Oh, a way for us to like go into rooms and
An
improvise.
Yeah, you
unveiling.
could almost have a kind of virtual quenchers.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Wow.
Boy. I didn't see
Whoa.
a popcorn machine in there, but
That would be in the other
there's
room,
gotta
right?
be one.
I'm gonna see if I can get an artist to create a popcorn machine for us.
Perfect.
Mike, I thought that was your RPG about a person becoming conservative.
But
No, that is that's still work in progress, Jared.
Oh, cool.
But in that, he was already the hero is very, very conservative. He doesn't become more conservative.
He just remains steadfast in his views, like a
He's
real
just right.
hero.
Mm.
He remains unchanged.
He's unchanged. The world, I think, kind of realizes how right he is over the course of the game.
Yeah, I like those kind of games.
But anyway, that's the sneak preview, and I'll tell you
Wow.
guys about it
Wow.
after we go offline.
Looks fabulous.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
think it'll be very fun.
Tony,
Yeah.
is this the commercial that you were working on that you couldn't tell us about?
Yeah, this is the Super Bowl
Was it a
commercial.
commercial
Yeah.
for this?
It didn't air. It's still in the works.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the Super Bowl thing I was working on.
Wow.
Do
Yeah.
you work on the What's Up commercial?
I worked on What's Up. I worked on Don't Squeeze the Charmin.
Mhm. That's a good commercial.
Where's
I
the
worked,
beef?
I worked on Where's the
Where's
Beef,
the Beef?
and I Can't Believe I Ate the Whole Thing. All
Oh,
those
wow.
are all those are mine. I'm 85.
All righty. Well, should we say goodbye to the YouTube audience?
Goodbye. I love all my crash bazzes. Please sleep well tonight.
Oh, can I say something before we say goodbye? Because
Yeah.
we do usually get like 40 views. A friend of mine is running in the marathon. And hold on, I gotta find this email.
What marathon?
The Chicago Marathon. So
They're
this
doing
is gonna happen. Well, I guess so. I didn't doubt what. Okay, I'm just gonna read to you what she said. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it in the chat. So don't say goodbye to YouTube until after I put it on the chat. Okay. So my friend says, I'm running my 3rd marathon this fall and run raising for Glenwood Sunday Market's phenomenal food access program. I'm hoping y'all will be generous enough to help me kick off this effort by doing 2 things. Please donate $26.2.
Oh.
And yeah, and then, yeah, I've been, whatever. Then the email got real personal, but I'm going to, she's got a GoFundMe page, and I'm going to copy and paste it into the link right now.
Great.
And
We'll put it in
then
the video description, Linda.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't have to put it in the chat then?
You can just put it in this Zoom chat that all of
Okay.
our viewers can't see, but that you can
Okay.
see.
Yeah, well, so then go to the description, and you'll see what she's raising money. She's going to run the marathon, and it's, for a food pantry in Chicago.
Oh,
Okay, cool. Let me put this in the description.
Mike, before we go, I have one request of you before we end it.
Yeah.
Whenever you're done typing the thing or whatever.
It's in there. It's in
Okay.
there.
I just wanted to hear you do a character who is selling ice cream, and there's nobody there, so he's just sort of calling out
Great.
to people or the flavors or whatever. But I feel like I'd love to hear you do a
No,
character who's
that's
selling
really
ice cream.
That's very kind of you. Okay, cool. Here we go. Ready, Jared?
Cool. Yeah.
Ice cold. Ice cold chocolate ice cream. I got vanilla flavor. I've got strawberry. Hello?
About Rocky Road.
What, is someone there?
You got Rocky Road?
Why are all the street lights off?
We don't want to wake up the zombies.
The what? Thanks, Jared. Jared, thanks for letting me do something. I appreciate
No, that was fun. I was glad you
That
did
was
it. Thank you
good.
for
That was
doing
good
it.
improv.
All righty. Well, that's our show. That's Spitball number 20. So you guys, next week is Spitball 30, or 2 weeks.
What?
Spitball 30.
Can't believe it.
That's the same, and it's going to be Linda's 30th.
30th birthday.
Yeah.
A year from now.
That's how
Gonna
that
be such a
works.
great year.
Cool. Well, yeah, tune in. We're gonna have to plan a lot of cool stuff.
Mhm.
How about we'll have more celebrity drop-ins too?
Oh my, more
Totally.
celebrity droppings. Yes.
And you know, it's my horny 30s.
Gonna wake up every day fucking ready to rock and roll.
Uh-huh. Mhm,
Ready to rock hard and roll.
mhm.
Yeah, moistest time of your life.
Yeah.
Moist.
Oh,
and
it's my
sweating.
dirty 30s. It's the same thing now. My dirty 30s is the same as horny 40s.
There you go. Wait till your
Yeah.
shifty 50s.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Do we start?
I never want to die now.
What'd you say, Chris?
We start stealing things, like become kleptos in our 50s.
Mhm.
Get a little shifty, yeah, like Shifty Henry from
Shifty
Jailhouse
50.
Rock.
Yeah.
Third verse.
Third verse.
He talks
That's
about
the
Shifty
one they never
Henry.
sing at church. You know, they always do the first two. And you're like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, so we'll line up a couple of celebrities for 2 weeks from now, see what we can do.
Hiya, pal.
Huh?
Whoa, interesting. Huh.
Is that Joe Pesci? Who was that?
I loved the Knight Rider, by the way, Tony. I loved the Knight Rider as well.
Oh,
I meet clean face right away. What about the Shea Paris?
Let's see if somebody shows up next week. That's a little teaser.
Free. Wow.
Yes.
God.
wow.
Let me see. This is a tough decision you give me here.
He's got such a great voice and a great face. It's hard to have those two at once.
Don't worry about me.
I can name every single one of these movies. That's
Really?
how good
Thank you very,
Joe
very
Pesci
much.
is.
Name that. Name
My
that
cousin
film.
Vizzy. My cousin Vinny.
I think a modicum of gratitude would not be out of line here.
My cousin Vinny again.
All right. Well, that's it for the show. Bye, YouTube. Love you.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. Happy